Good day guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry I've been absent for quite some time. Busy at work. As you can see, I've got a beautiful apron on made especially designed for me. Eat your heart out. Welcome to Eat Your Heart Out, people. This is a present for my friends Magda and Derek. Thank you guys for supporting me, and thank you for everyone else that also supports me. Simone, Clausen, my sisters, my brothers, everyone, and all my friends. Thank you so much. Now, today, we're going to make an omelet. A beautiful omelet with some what's it called again? Corned beef, yes. Bully beef, we know it as bully beef. We South African know it as bully beef. So today I will show you how to make a lovely bully beef. All of us just take it out of the can, we slice it up. Today I will show you how to make a nice bully beef brunch breakfast with some onions and lovely stock in, and you will see how delicious and lovely it is. Something you can buy in a tin and still make it nice. And then also how to make a lovely omelette. Guys, I'm so sorry I haven't been recording, but today I'm back, and I have been quite lazy, I must say. So stay tuned, see you in a while. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Eat Your Heart Out. My beautiful apron from my friend Magda and Derek. Thank you so much. Everyone, welcome. Simone, I hope you're watching. I didn't disappoint you. I hope so. To Vicky and everyone, Shamel, Craig, my mom, everyone, and everybody that is watching my channel. Thank you so much. So I've got my pan on. It's nice and warm. I just put in a little bit of onions just to see if it's sizzling hot enough. We're going to start off by making the omelette. We've got our cheese. We've got our sliced up onions, cut up very finely. As you can see, it's nice and small pieces. And then also we have this lovely bacon cheese loaf. Bacon and cheese loaf. This is from my local supermarket Spar. It has a nice cheesy inside. Guys, can you see that? Ooh, this is lovely with the omelette. It just gives it a more lovely cheesy flavor. So I just put in very little oil because this is a non-stick pan, guys. And now we're going to add our onions. Just a little bit of onions. We're first going to fry the onions a bit. You know, I don't have a lid for this pan because all the lids were sold out. It was one of those specials from Spar, so I just wish I had the lid. I could find the lid. But anyway, you just put in some onions. If you have green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, you add that as well. That gives it a nice, crunchy, lovely flavor. I don't have, so I'm just using onions today, which is still okay. It will still give it a nice, succulent, beautiful flavor. So now I'm going to use this lid, which is much smaller than the pan, just for it to simmer. But it's working. Can you see? Not too bad. So then I'm going to leave it a bit for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, because it doesn't need to be too soft. And then I'll be adding my eggs. I'll be beating in while we're waiting for that. I usually use 4 eggs, or you can use 3. 4, it's quite huge and it's quite big, so it's going to be a huge omelette. Just see. You don't add any milk, guys. No butter, nothing. And if you use your oil to fry your onions, you can use sunflower oil, you can use olive oil, or you can use butter. Totally up to you. So there you go, guys. As you can see, that's my 4 eggs. And I'll be just whisking it with a fork if you don't have a whisker. You just use a fork. Then I'll be adding some of my favorite spice, inner Parma garlic pepper. This is one of my favorite, ultimate favorite spice. And you just add it in there. And you just mix it all together. As you can see, my oil, my pan is frying lovely. You just mix this a little bit, and then we will be adding, just move it all together in one place. Just close it a bit. My heat is on a medium heat, guys, so then we'll just turn it off down just a little bit. Then I've got cheese that I'll also be adding in. If your cheese is not enough, you can always use some sliced cheese. That also processed, sliced cheese is always processed, I think so, yes. And then you can just add it into your omelet. Very nice, very, very nice. I'm gonna open this so long, so when my egg is in there, then we're gonna add some of these beautiful, lovely slices of cheese, bacon and cheese loaf. So then I'll just open it just to see that how cheesy it is, guys. It is absolutely cheesy. You can see. Beautiful. Okay, my onions are a little bit soft enough. So you just fry your onions like for 3 minutes, I think. Put this all together in one. Now we're going to add in our egg. 4 eggs or 3 eggs you can use. All depends on how big eaters your family is. Just throw it all over in the pan, guys. Out with it. And while my egg is but cooking, we can just close it with a lid just for a few seconds, and then we're going to add in our cheese, and we're going to add in our beautiful bacon loaf, and then we're going to just twist it around, and it's going to be so lovely. See you in a while. Okay guys, as you can see, we kept the lid on for like 2 minutes. As you can see, the egg is still raw on top. A lot of people don't know how to make an omelette. They always say it is a disaster, but I will show you how to make it a perfect one. So then you just move the egg a bit like that. Now, while it's raw, the secret is the egg needs to be a little bit raw on top. We're going to add some cheese on the one side. Ooh. It already looks yummy. As you can see, there's my cheese. And guess what? I'll be using some processed cheese on the other side. And that is so lovely. This is going to make a perfect omelette. Bourgeois. And you just add some there too. Then you put in your bacon cheese loaf. This is so cheesy, guys. Look at that. We are having a cheesy omelette. Yummy. So we put on there, put some here. This is for the big man of the house. And then we add another one there. There we go. As you can see, it already looks and smells absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, guys. Just look at that. And it's actually wiggly wiggly. Love this pan. Nothing is stuck on it. So then we're going to put the lid on again and just let it cook a bit. Turn down the heat back to 3 because it was on 4, because we wouldn't want the other side to burn, but we do want the top to cook a bit, just to steam a bit on top. So then I will show you in the next 2 minutes what is it going to look like. See you now. Guys, we put on the lid for like 2-3 minutes. Ooh, this is going to be so delicious. Now, we're going to just turn it around. I hope it doesn't break. Please don't break. And it didn't. Only this side here. Look at this humongous omelette. But beautiful. Hey? Isn't this great? So now you just need to close it up again because it's not cooked on the inside quite well. And then we're going to turn it back again just so that it can cook more. We do not want a raw egg inside, then it's not going to be delicious and the kids are not going to be happy and everybody's not going to be happy. But meanwhile, while we're waiting on that, we can whisk another 4 eggs again for another omelette. This is again 4 eggs that I put in here. There's no milk inside, there's no butter, nothing. And then we're just going to add some inapadma spice in here. As you can see, this is for the next batch. And let's see, what does it look like? Oh, divine. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that, guys. Hey, you can serve this as a, I'm sure whoever's going to get this egg, this omelette, won't be able to finish it. And then they can always just keep half of it for tonight. So then you make it for now and for later. So let's see if we can turn it around without making it a disaster. Just use this. Woo! Let me just get something else quickly. Right here. Okay. And let's see if we can just turn it around without breaking it. Because this is a beautiful omelette just as it is. And we want to keep it that way. Okay. Let's flip it. Oh, it just broke there just a bit. But it still looks okay. It still looks delicious. Lovely. And there you go. Look at that big omelette. Your family will absolutely enjoy it. So then we close it a bit again, just for the inside, because it's quite a big egg, for the inside to just steam a bit more. So we'll see you later when we are going to take it out of the pan. And then guys, don't forget, I want to show you my special recipe to make some corned beef. Here in South Africa, we call it bully beef. So I want to show you how to make a beautiful bully beef with fried onions, and then you add your bully beef, not mashed up and not looking like mince. We're going to try and keep it whole as possible. Look how delicious that looks. And a lot of people don't like corned beef, but it's nice, it's light with your breakfast. So I'll be showing you how to make a lovely corned beef as well. Okay, my egg is ready. Let me just get a plate. Okay, the egg is ready. We kept the lid on for a few minutes because this is quite a big omelette. We're going to handle it with care. Actually, we can just slide it into the pan. Yes, guys, look at that lovely omelette. Oh, it looks absolutely divine. Oops, you need to go in there, get in there. Now we're just going to slide it off into the pan. Just want to show you guys. What is it gonna look like? And there you have it. Your beautiful, beautiful omelette. Lovely stuff. Look at that one. It just came out. I don't know what's wrong with it. Served to your perfection. You can add some lettuce, tomatoes. Great stuff. See you in a while when I'll be showing you how to make a bully beef. Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm making my second omelette. My onions have been frying for about 5 minutes with a little bit of oil. I've whisked some 4 eggs in here with some spice, in a Parma spice, in a Parma garlic pepper spice, one of my favorite spices. You can use salt or pepper as well. So now we're going to put in our egg. As you can see, you can use any oil, sunflower or olive oil or even butter, whichever suits you. Whatever you have, that's a lot in your cupboard. So then just spreading it a bit, and now we're going to close it up again for a few minutes. Okay guys, we kept the lid on for a few minutes, as I showed you earlier on, like for 3 minutes, and then we're going to add in our cheese again on the one side while the egg is still raw on top. We're just going to use this last bit of cheese. If you don't have cheese guys, you can always use sliced cheese. It's just as good as cheese. So then we add this sliced one on the side, on the one side, and the other one on the other side. Great. Then we're using our bacon and cheese loaf slices. This is from my local shop Spar. It is absolutely delicious. Look at that thick cheese on there guys, and it's going to make this a beautiful omelette. Now we're going to close it up again, and then we're going to start folding it after this. We're going to leave it like for 2-3 minutes. Okay guys, there it has been frying quite nicely, and now we're going to just flip it around. You know, you don't need to be an expert. You don't have to know the nitty-gritty things of making an omelette. It is just plain and simple. And like I said, if you have some peppers, that will be great. The reason why I'm making the second omelette is because my first one is always a disaster. And look at that guys, doesn't it look delicious? Yummy in my tummy. I made it. So now we're just going to close it up a bit, and then we're going to try and twist it again to the other side. So if you have a non-stick pan, you don't have to worry. You can do it. You can make it. You can put on any lid just for you to cook a bit on the inside. Welcome back guys. I left the omelette just for a few minutes, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes actually. Now we're just going to flip it around again. Yay! See, if I can do it, you can do it. Look there guys. And I see there's excess oil. We're not going to use that. We're going to just use it for another omelette that I'll be making. This is for supper tonight and for lunch. Look. Beautiful. So there you go guys. And even if you cut it in the middle, it is absolutely gorgeous. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and look at this humongous omelette. So if your kids eat now, they can eat half of it and then half tonight. I'm just gonna flip it in over there. Oh, mensa. This is delicious. Look at that on the inside. The cheese and everything. And guys, that is how you make your omelette. It's big, delicious, and you can eat twice. You can add some parsley on it. And now, see you in a while. Okay guys, I made another omelette. And you'll see, by the time you make your omelettes, the more you make it, the better it becomes. So the first one will always look a bit crappy, the second one will look better, and the third one will look the best, and the fourth one will look the bestest. This is an omelette for Chase and Jordan, my two nephews. They just love and adore my omelettes. So guys, this is for you all the way from Witbank. I hope you watched. Your parents are watching this so that they can also make you this beautiful omelette. Look guys, and it's drizzling with some cheese. Sure. Absolutely lovely. Hey? Great. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. Just look at that. Hey? Wouldn't you want to serve your guests, your family, such beautiful omelettes? 4 eggs with onions, bacon and cheese roll from Spar, and then some processed sliced cheese that I've used. And then you can also use fresh cheese, and that's my bacon and cheese loaf. You can't go wrong. You can even use the bacon one too. It is absolutely divine. So this is for supper, and also they can have it on later on. See you later on, guys. Welcome back, guys, and this is what my omelettes look like. Beautiful, hey? So now I'll be showing you how to make a bully beef with your omelettes. Okay, we're going to use the same pan, guys. And now we're just going to add a little bit of oil. 1 second. We do not want to make a lot of dishes. So we're going to use the same pan. We're just going to put in our onions. This is like 3 onions, guys. You know, I love my onion. I just feel like if I go less than 3, it's not going to taste that nice. So then, got some lovely onions here with some sunflower oil that we use. If you have olive oil, you can. And then you're just going to leave it to simmer a bit so it can get all softened. And then also, don't forget, if you put in your oil, you just use less than 1/4 of oil, because the oil sucks up into the onion. And as you can see how I cut my onion up, it's not too finely chopped. It is just perfectly chopped. There. See? And now, we're just going to leave it in the pan to simmer. I'm going to put the lid on so that it can soften up. It's on a medium heat on 4. And then I will show you what to do next. My bully beef is right next to me. We're going to open it. And then we're going to slice it up. And we're going to put it into the onions. And the onions that are nice and soft. See you guys in a bit. So let it cook, let it fry for about, I say 10 minutes, definitely, just so it can be nice and soft. Bully beef is already cooked. We do not want to overcook it. We just want to keep it nice and firm, not minced up. And yes, see you in a while. Welcome back, guys. Before I forget, I need to put in some garlic. You can put in like 2 cloves of garlic, or 1 spoon of crushed garlic. All entirely up to you, whatever you have in your fridge or outside your fridge. So some people don't put their garlic in the fridge. Okay, so as you can see, the onions have softened a bit, but now we want it brown, a lovely brown onion. And then we're going to put in our bully beef. So let's keep it like this for another, say, 5 minutes. Yes, see you in a while. Welcome back, guys. As we're waiting for the onions that are still fried in the pan, we're going to open our corned beef. And you know, there was a time I was struggling to open this, and then a friend of mine said to me, you need to keep the key up, not down. So the key needs to be up, not down there. So then we don't want to damage our nails. We're just going to lift that part up. I mean, I really struggled. And then he says to me, the key should never be like this. You never open it like this, because then you're going to struggle. The key needs to be up in the air. I mean, did you know that, guys? Hey? Did you know that? That is why we're not adding a lot of oil into the corned beef, because into the oil, because the corned beef has its own fat as well. As you can see, the fat is already showing. So then, look, that was so easy, hey? Just imagine struggling all your life, and then just because you were putting the key down there, and then you just take out the fat. We need the fat, guys. The fat in this corned beef has a lot of flavor. So then we try to take out this gently. We just put our knife around it all the way, and oh, look! And then what's ever left inside, we are taking it out. This is great. Look at all the beautiful fat there. We need those fat, because the fat gives it really a lovely, lovely flavor there. So this is how you slice it up. You're not gonna put it in and mash it up with a spoon. We don't wanna eat like that. Please, we don't want things shredded. We don't want things mashed up. This is a beautiful piece of meat, corned beef, and we really just want to slice it up beautifully into the pan. So now I'm going to make some slices like this, nice and thick slices, guys, as you can see, thick slices. My family loves corned beef because I make it special. I don't just give it to my kids like that without any fried onions or anything. I want to make it really nice. So then this thick piece, I'm just going to cut in the middle, like that. The rest, you leave like that. So this is what it's supposed to look like when you put it into the pan. If you want to make it like in the middle, like that, I think you can. But we are not going to shred it up. We do not want a shredded piece of corned beef. And this piece is also beautiful that was left behind. As you can see, this thing is empty. All the fat is out beautifully because we need those fatty pieces. Then we can open the next one as well. And we're going to slice it up beautifully, the same as this one. So we've got this key here. It is clean because I sanitize all my groceries. Actually, my husband does, not me. And then stir it up just to get to the bottom of it. So I really struggle to open up the beef. This also reminds me of when I was young. My mom used to give us, to make this for us with bread, lunch. And it was so tasty. She used to put in onion. She used to fry an onion as well. Like I said, the key needs to be up, not down. And then, see? Easy peasy. Okay, as I go along, let's just check and see how is our... Ooh, it is frying beautifully. It's nice and brown, people. So we're going to put in the first corned beef inside so long while we cut up the next one. Look at that. This is beautifully brown. So then we put this inside into the pan with all the nice and fat in, and we're going to just let it lie down like that, and then we can open another can. All depends on how many people you are in the house. I should have just opened one, right? But anyway, nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. So there you have it. And I've already started to open this one. So you need that fat, guys. Just put it in there. It looks a lot, but then it's not. So let's just open here. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Let's not waste time. Okay, guys, this is my second can of corned beef. As you can see, I opened them both and they are beautifully empty. All the fat is outside. And even if there's a piece that looks like this, don't mash it up. You can put it in just the way it is. We do not want to eat mashed food. Thank you. Mashed potatoes is meant for mashed potatoes. And this is meant to be like this, I think. So now we're going to put it into the pan. Let me just show you, bring it a bit closer so that you can see what does it look like. I've turned down my heat a bit so that you can, here we go, much better. Now we're just going to put the rest of the corned beef inside. And look how beautiful it already looks. It looks appetizing. So then I turn down my heat to 3 so that it won't burn. See, because once you put in garlic, garlic does burn sometimes. Look at this lovely corned beef, guys. It looks amazing. It doesn't even look like corned beef. It looks like, wow, I can eat that. My eldest son, Mikhail, doesn't like corned beef, but he loves it on a toasted sandwich, warm from the stove, from the pan. It is absolutely delicious, guys. With some toast bread. You don't even have to butter the toast. Just like that, because there's already oil in, fat, onions, garlic. What more do you want? And then you just fry it off like that. Why do we need to mash up everything? No, we want to see, taste, eat. Even if you warm it afterwards in the microwave with a piece of toast or a nice roll. Oh, no butter. You don't need to put butter on. It is already fatty and beautiful just the way it is. Warm, you can put this in a lunch tin for you for work. Warm it in the microwave. You put in your toast. Just as good as a lovely, lovely lunch, supper. Absolutely gorgeous. People will ask you, what is that? Bully beef. Bully beef? No ways. Doesn't look like it. Because it's not minced up. If we want to have mince, we will have mince. But we don't have to mince up the bully beef. This is what it's supposed to look like, guys. Not mashed up. Can you see? It is absolutely gorgeous. 4 pieces. Now we're going to let it simmer a bit. I'm going to close it and I will come back to you. Oops, the pan is getting a bit small. I will show you how to make a beautiful beef block with this, with boiling water. Because some people ask me, we see you putting in the beef block. We want to know how did you make it, because some of them get lumps into their beef blocks. But I will show you now how I do it. Welcome back, guys. I will be showing you how to make my beef blocks. These are beef blocks from Knorr. I normally buy the 36 because it lasts you for almost 2 months, and it's quite cheaper if you buy it in bulk at your local supermarket. So this is one of my beautiful beef blocks that I love to use into my food. And then I also buy myself some soup. But then today we're going to use the beef blocks. I took 3 out. We're going to add some boiling water. Just a half a cup, maybe less than a half a cup. You can see there, guys, it is not a lot of water. We can just, okay. Then this is how I do my beef blocks. I break it up into pieces. Other people throw the full block in. Ach no, man, it's just, I just want it to be finely, just to be smooth, yes. So you just break up your blocks in there. In your bully beef, you didn't use any salt or any pepper because this already has a lot of flavor in, and we do not want anything salty. So then you just break this up, guys, into pieces. You can see I'm using my fingers. Another one. Just break it up. 3 blocks that I've used. The Americans like to use broth. I'm using beef blocks. Okay. And then you just mix it with your spoon. Boiling water. And that is what, see, it's going to melt in a few minutes. Everything is going to dissolve in this beautiful piece of kind of like a soup thing, but this is more like for gravy and for flavor. Then I will be putting it into my corned beef, my bully beef. So then you just mix it up, lift it up with your spoon, just to see if everything has been dissolved. Easy as that. And then, yes, then you put it in. Welcome back, guys. As you can see, I put in a foil because my lid was too small for this big pan, and the bully beef is a bit too much for that lid. So let's open and see what does it look like. Voila! Oh, this looks delicious. Oh my word. Oh my word. Nothing is mashed up. I also turned my stove off a bit, guys, up to 2 now, because bully beef is cooked. You don't need to cook it as in cook. It just needs to fry with the onions and the garlic. So now then we put in our beautiful stock, our beef blocks, and look at the color. Already it looks so appetizing. And if you use it just to stir it, guys, make sure you use a wooden spoon, not a stainless steel spoon. Just use a wooden spoon so everything can just stay the way it is, and you want to dish up the beautiful pieces and taste it and bite it and eat it. So there you have your corned beef. Who needs to buy expensive meat, mince, lamb, chicken? If you don't have money, you can buy bully beef and say, I'm going to zhoosh it up. And not only that, even if you have money, you can still make this as a dish with some lovely toast bread, fresh bread. toasted bread. It goes very well. The color even looks absolutely divine. So guys, I'm going to use my cake thingy just to show you what does it look like. You can cook it up a bit more if you want to, if you want the gravy to settle in. And that is what it looks like. Yummy in my tummy. Look at the onion. Look at the bully beef. You see what you eat. And let's taste some. It is not salty. The fat of the bully beef inside in the can gives it a beautiful flavor. Guys, do not throw away the fat. I don't like this fat. You better love it, because that is the flavor of the bully beef, of the corned beef. So we have our beautiful corned beef, our beautiful omelets with some bacon cheese roll in, that we will be eating tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Make this bully beef with some pride and joy. Do not mash up anything. You just leave it like that. Your onions need to be soft. Your onions need to be brown. You put in your beef stock. And there you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining in into my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share it with your friends and family, guys. It is worth it. Eat your heart out. My beautiful apron, custom made for me, especially for me. Thank you, guys. I will be closing this now. My stove is on 1. I'm going to leave it for about 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, actually 3 minutes. Then it's fine. Then I'll be switching it off, and I will leave it on the heated stove. Thank you, guys. See you in the next recording. Bye.